this video, I want to introduce you to Decentraland, which is the most established name and a well-known decentralized virtual land and projects metaverse. The Decentraland was originally founded in Beijing by Erin Malik and Esteban Orlando. In 2015, they created a proof of concept for recording ownership of the virtual land using blockchain technology. This in turn provided the blueprint for developing the Decentraland and released that as a 3D world to beta users in 2017. It opened up for all the other users, meaning the public launch was in 2019. Interestingly, I had bought and registered the first land on the Metaverse Decentraland in 2019. That was my start of the Metaverse. That was the time when I started working and thinking about the Metaverse. So the Decentraland world is divided into 90,000 parcels of land, 16 meters by 16 meters in size, and these parcels are designated as X and Y coordinates. So what it means, X and Y, is essentially that when you look at a map, you will always know that you have to go top to bottom, bottom up, or you have to go left to right. So this is how you sort of create different, districts and plazas and all that different kinds of things. Now, each plaza has its own thing. Like I said in my last video, that depending on the kind of business, that you or your consumer will be, you want to be in that plaza. If it's an entertainment business that you're in, then you will create your experience in the entertainment plaza. And if you're nearer to the center plaza, which, if you remember last I said is a Genesis plaza, then it's good to be there. However, it really doesn't matter, because when thinking of the kind of business, and if you're in fashion, as an example, if you're in the fashion district and a fashion business, so it kind of resonates and builds on it. So there's no worry whether you're really in any X plaza. I think always look at what your business is or your customer's business is, and based on that, you can take a decision of creating or buying a land on Decentraland. Now, the owners of the private land, the virtual land that you buy, you have the complete control over its design and appearance without any interference from the Decentraland's development team, unless you really do something which is not allowed in the TNC and is not approved by the DAO, meaning that there is certainly things that you cannot do. For an example, if you are to go and create a porn site within a Decentraland, or anything controversial or political for that matter, then of course you will get the heat back from the Decentraland team. However, if you're creating something very legitimate and true to the business, then there is no problem that you will face with that. To create content on your land, you use the Decentraland's builder, also referred to as a software development kit. Software development kit of Decentraland is pretty easy. You use JavaScript and a couple of other scripting languages, to build or drag and drop different graphics, digital assets, and you can also mint your own NFTs. Not that you can only use the NFTs which are being provided by Decentraland. As a Decentraland builder myself, it's very easy to add building tools, very similar to the way you would do it in a game franchise. Think of it for as far as even creating websites are concerned. If you go to Webflow or you go to WordPress, you have got multiple templates, and sometimes when you want to add something on your template, you can always use a couple of scripts and create your own experience. Going onto the sides, the Decentraland's SDK is also a line interface, which means you can easily compile, and because you compile and preview things first on your local machine, and after you've seen the local machine output, only then you move the production or the development sort of environment onto the production. So let's conclude very quickly. What we've spoken is that there is Decentraland. You can buy land. Once you buy land, you are the ultimate owner of the land. You must be doing something legit as a business. Inappropriate content is not something which will be allowed, and you will get a feedback from the development team of Decentraland. We also covered that it's SDK driven, which means you download the SDK on your local machine, and after you download it on the local machine, you can create experiences locally and then only deploy them as and when you're ready. So now we go one level ahead. In the Decentraland builder is something called scenes. Now, scenes are experiences, which are built either on one or multiple parcels of land. For an example, you can go horizontal or you can go vertical on Decentraland. Each parcel of land constitutes, within a district, and if it's a bigger land, then of course you will cross the district and make it very, very big. My experience is that making very, very large experiences on Decentraland is a overkill. So create experiences on the land which are easier for you to also design, and that engagement on these experiences makes more impact than just having someone to go around in a very long way and still not get the experience or the products and services you want to sell quickly. The sound generated in one parcel, for example, can always be heard by a player positioned in that parcel. So visitors can turn off the sound in the user settings